Welcome back to another live where we'll be drawing. I am going to be playing around with charcoal today. I have been learning I've been using a book that my brother lent me to learn how to draw, and we've done a few of the lessons in that book. And so today we're just kind of taking a break from that, and then I'm just going to play around with charcoal, I think it's one of my favorite mediums to work with. I love playing with art and like so many different ways. And so I like to explore, I like to paint, I like to do arts and crafts, I like to do all sorts of things. And so yeah, this is my favorite medium. But even though I have been doing art for quite a few years now, I did decide to do the book to kind of start learning from the basics, not just for myself, though I did want to kind of learn some more so I could use a lot of those skills and techniques towards my future art, but I also thought it'd be really fun to get to do it along with other people. So people that maybe want to learn along with me can do it with me. So that's why I've been doing the book. But I do have a little bit of experience when it comes to art, though I am not a professional. um, so my videos are not tutorials. They're not instructions. They're not learn like from me. It's more about learn with me, and we'll make mistakes together, and yeah, so we'll learn together. Anyway, so before we get started, I guess I'll show you guys the last charcoal piece that I did. It was a while ago. Not sure that it has the date on it. Let me see. Okay, it does. February 2023. So I did a toad. So this was my last charcoal drawing. Had a lot of fun doing that. I think the video might be on my channel. I believe it is. If you do want to watch the process of me doing that, you're welcome to check it out on my channel. But that's just videos. This is the first time that I am doing it live. Oh, excuse me. So I did this one, so it's like I did edit that video, but this is the first time that I will be drawing charcoal live, so it will probably take some time. But yeah, and for anyone that is interested in getting together with a community to make art together, I do host events on Zoom, which are 100% free. If you do want to join that, I do have the link where you can sign up. It's in the description below. We did have our event in March just this past weekend on Saturday, which was really fun. Our topic was fairy tale life, and we do have the date for the next hangout event on Zoom, which is going to be April 26th. So if you want to join, you're welcome to join. It's free and anybody can join. Hi everyone that's joining me here. Hi Kopuz, Nanda, Gopal. I'm so bad at saying names. I'm so sorry about that. Aslan 500. I don't understand that language, sorry. Hi Gabriel Tomas. Hi Hauran Turan. Welcome. Hi Stephanie Regina Diaz Mendez. So welcome. Thanks for being here with me. Before we get started, I'll show you real quick for those that missed it. This is my last charcoal drawing. And so today we're going to be drawing my favorite animal, which is penguin. So I had an idea of doing the penguin or the Snoopy because I love Snoopy. And so I asked my brother and he said, why not both? So if we do end up getting the penguin done today, we'll go ahead and add the Snoopy into the piece. But we're going to start with the penguin, so it depends on how long it takes for me to actually do the penguin, because I do like to take my time with that. So we'll try that out. So yeah, I think we can get started. I do have everything set up. I use tape to tape the paper down into cardboard so that the page doesn't move around, and also I make sure that I put it in all four corners all four sides, I mean, of the page, so that when we do take it off, it has that like nice clean white border to it. I have another piece that I can show you that I've done that too. I don't know if it's YouTube appropriate, but I'll show you just how, like, the idea that I have behind it. So it shows that nice little clean border. So I'll just cover the middle. But yeah, so the border is gonna end up looking like this. So I'm hoping to have it like that. But yeah, I have some more charcoal drawings that I've done in the past that I'm happy to share with you guys after we're done this. I'll show you. I've done quite a few. I think one of my favorites was probably like my very first, which was the Minions, which I also did a video on my YouTube if you want to watch the process of that. Again, it's a video, it's not a live stream. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, hello, my mom is here. Thanks for being here. Okay. Oh, I accidentally took the moderation thing. Sorry, hold on. I don't know. I accidentally took okay, there. Hi, Daniel. Thanks for being back. And so, yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna switch the camera so that it is facing the paper and set it up for you guys to see. So I guess technically I haven't done any charcoal drawing since 2023, so that's 2 years ago, I think. So that's a long time. Okay, so we have that set up, and then of course I will put some background music. So I guess first I'm gonna do a quick sketch on here actually to have a good idea of what we're gonna put on the other piece. I do have some references in front of me. I'll take a few of those references and make my own creation. I'll sketch it out quick on here, and then we'll start doing it with charcoal on the other paper. So we'll start with that. Gotta put my gloves on so I don't smear it paper. And let's get some music going. So again, we're gonna be doing penguin. So I have a few options here. Okay, I'm gonna do its face sideways, so it's gonna be facing that way. Okay, so we'll start off with the face that way, and then the peak is gonna be going towards the left. I'm gonna go that way so I don't have to focus too much on doing symmetry on the face. Symmetry. So we'll start with that. Okay. And so the beak is gonna be going into the face a little bit here. Okay. Well, so remember, this is the rough sketch. We're doing a penguin. So keep in mind, this is the rough sketch. We haven't started the charcoal yet. We're just gonna be doing a quick rough sketch of like kind of do it more connected to. We'll do this one's gonna be. And then this arm. I'm just trying to do this quick because I'm just basically trying to form the penguin. I have a few references in front of me and I'm using all different ones to create a specific position I want the penguin to be in, and then I'll use this to draw the bigger one with charcoal, and then we'll do all the blending and all that fun stuff. Okay, and I'm just having trouble with the feet because I can't see it. So, think I want it to be more sideways. So we'll go more that way. Okay. And then this one a little smaller. Okay. Okay, I think we have an idea of kind of what the penguin is going to be looking like. And then we'll have the white. So that'll all be white. Okay. Okay. I think we are ready to go into the charcoal. Good afternoon. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with the messages. Kind of trying to concentrate. Good afternoon, Monster WB. Welcome. ¿Qué vas a pintar hoy? Hoy voy a hacer un pingüino y de pronto voy a hacer a Snoopy si tengo tiempo. Okay, so this is our reference. And so now we start going into the charcoal. Let's see what we're gonna be using first. So I use this. It's not really sharpened. Okay. That's looking nice. So we have that. We have some Q-tips so that we can blend. Okay, we have this. It's a hard one. The other one's a little bit broken, so it would be hard to know which one's what, which one. Okay, so this one's soft. That one's the hard one. We do have white, but it's kind of lost its whiteness and mixed of all this. Okay, so my pieces have obviously broken. Let's see which ones are which. This one is soft. I'm assuming it's this one. I think that's this one. Okay, that's this one, so I don't need this one. So keep those two out and I'll sharpen this one a bit more. Okay. Probably should have prepared this ahead of time, but it's fine. Okay, we have another white piece that's a little bit whiter. So Can you guys see that? Okay, and then just taking out the last few pieces to see if we have any more here that we might need. No, I don't think so. Can't even tell what that is. Okay, that's medium, I think. Okay, I think we can start now. I have a lot of broken pieces. Okay, I'm ready. Let's get this started. It's gonna get a little messy, but that's okay. That is one of the fun parts about charcoal. Okay, so let's put some stuff down onto the paper now. So I'll do, you might not be able to see when like at first because it's gonna be very light, and I have this method that I like to use where I do dots first. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll just do the penguin, and then leave Snoopy for next time. Yeah, because, yeah, let's make it bigger and do it in the front. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. Okay. Guess I'm a little nervous to start. Here we go. Like I said, at first you might not be able to see too much what I am doing because it's gonna be so light, and I just want to make sure that I have the layout first before I start to literally connect the dots. Okay. I'll get it maybe a little closer because I don't know if you guys can really even see the dots that I am doing there. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't see, that's why I like to do the dots because they're easier to erase. Just want to make sure that this is a little bit more sideways. Okay. I do apologize if you guys still can't see, but we'll get to it and eventually you'll see a little bit more of it. Okay, and then this is one of the fins over here. Okay, and then one more fin, and then we'll start going more into it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Could have done most of this offline, but I just want you guys to see the full process. Everybody does it different, so I figured you can get some ideas if you do like charcoal or want to give it a try. Okay. And he's coming together. There we go. Hi, I'm Young. Draw Fairy Godmother with Jenna Cinderella makeup. Well, I'm actually already drawing something, but I do appreciate the suggestion. Maybe for future drawings, I can take some more suggestions and we can try something new. But for now, we're going to be drawing a penguin. It's my favorite animal. Can you guys kind of start to see the vision now? We have a bit of a layout now. And we can kind of start filling in on those dots that I did. Now that I'm comfortable with everything, where everything is placed. Just erasing the outer lines from what we're not going to be filling in, because we have to keep in mind that a bit of the portion of what we're drawing is going to be left white. So can't have lines inside of where I'm going to have the white. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of a, if this does let me erase it, we'll do a little, yeah, it does. I want to do a little bit of a curve. There we go. A little curve there. You can kind of see it. And then this one is more straight, going down. There we go. And okay. I feel like the feet should have been a little bit bigger. I don't know. Can't really erase too much of it at this point. See, that's why we do the dotting first. But it's okay, we can still fix it a bit here. Yeah. Okay. And fill that in at the end. So I'll be able to highlight. Monster W says, such a happy animal. Oh my god, I freaking love penguins. They have been my favorite animal for a very long time now. Okay, so I think we have what we're going to be working with. And this. Okay. He's cute. I'm liking him so far. Now we're gonna start blending. Just my favorite part. So I'm just gonna do a small little bit of blending with the lines first before we blend all of it. Get a little bit closer for you guys. Okay. So now I'm just gonna really blending in a little bit more where the black is going to be before we add any more charcoal to it, before going darker, just so we can add different layers of darkness to it to make it more realistic and to give it more highlights. So for now we'll just do the first layer, and then we'll determine where all of the black is going to be. And this leg, let's see, it's supposed to just have a little bit, not all of it. And then the middle and all that's gonna be white, but we can't leave it completely white because we have to give it dimension. So we'll just slightly go up a tiny bit. The bottom is where the shading would go, so it's gonna be a little bit grayish. And then the middle is gonna be completely white. Sonia Cortez says, I like your art, man. Thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I love playing with charcoal so much because I feel like you don't have to be that great at art to make some pretty cool stuff. I think the blending does a lot of the work, and blending is not too hard, so that's why I like it. Makes me feel like I'm a better artist than I am. Okay, so that's the first layer. And then I don't know if you guys can tell too much on camera, but that first charcoal pencil that I used, it's a little bit more like brownish. So we're gonna go and add a little bit more of like actual black charcoal into it. And yeah, from here on, like it's basically just about blending. You're just gonna blend and blend and blend, and where it's supposed to be darker, we'll just add more charcoal to it and then blend, blend, blend. But so far it looks good. Daniel says this music is calming for the mind. Oh, well, I'm glad I chose well then. Okay. Gonna go a little bit more with the lines here. This is the other one, so it's different charcoal pen. I will have to be careful in some spots that I want to have highlights. So be careful with how much black I add to it. I am going to want some highlights there. A little bit of highlights over here. Highlights at the top. Let's move a little bit here. Here. Gonna want some highlights here. Sorry, I think I'm covering the camera here. Okay, and then I will want a little bit of highlights at the top of the feet. And I think that's good for now. Maybe a little bit over here. Just so you can tell that that's underneath and that's a little bit more on top. Okay. And then now we can continue on adding more lines with a different charcoal. And by erasing that now and not after, it kind of allows me to add more of the dark, and then the dark spots will get even darker, and then it will allow for the white spaces to not get as dark. So I'll probably have to continue to do that as we continue on. Every time we add another layer, I'll have to erase a little bit where I want the highlights to go. Gotta keep this middle white. Doing very good so far. Daniel says the penguin's looking really nice. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Sometimes things look a little bit different on camera, so glad it's coming out well. Can add a little bit more here. It's gonna be a lot darker because it's underneath. Oh no. I think that we can start blending again before we add another layer of a different charcoal. Okay, let's do some blending. Hold on. Just want to have some more control with the blending, so let's see if it's smaller. Took off a little bit of the cotton, and we'll see. If not, we'll just do the other side. So let's do the harder spots first. I don't want this blending to go too much in the middle because I do want there to be a little bit of highlight. Ideally, if you are doing charcoal and you want to try it yourself, I would recommend to get the blending tools, because then you have a lot more control. I used to have it, but I have to get some new ones because mine aren't good anymore. So I am just using what I have at home. So I used Q-tips. But if you can get some tools, it'll be much better. Hey, you know, you use what you got. Okay, yeah, taking a little bit of the cotton from it definitely helped have more control of the smaller areas. That'll help that by doing this, because this side's much bigger, so I got rid of cotton. This helps me have the ability to not blend too much into the white space, because then I don't have to erase as much, because the more charcoal that goes into where I want it to be highlighted, the harder it'll be to keep it as white as possible. So yeah, this is helping quite a bit. Okay, I think now I can switch to the other side. Hold on. Using another Q-tip. So the outer edges is gonna be darker than the inside, so it gives it that more of a 3D effect. And then the interior is gonna be lighter and wider. And then it's obviously here's underneath, so that's also darker. And then, yeah, we're just gonna continue doing this over and over and over and over and over again until I'm satisfied with how deep and dark the black areas are. But that's basically it. Once you have your drawing down, all you do is just keep adding the shading into the darker spots and then more layers and then blending. Like, I feel like before I tried charcoal, I felt very intimidated because some of those drawings looked so good online. But once you start playing with it, you realize that it's not as intimidating as you might think. Like, I don't even think I love playing with art, but I'm not a professional, and I think I still have a long way to go to be able to be like, have the ability to say, hey, I'm a great artist. But when I tried charcoal, I was very happy with the results of my first drawing, and I was very surprised at how good it looked. So I just think that if you give it a try, you'd be surprised at how good it'll end up looking. I think that's looking pretty good. So now we can maybe add a little bit more of the highlights again before we go and add some more charcoal. This is like the best eraser I think I've ever had. My brother gave it to me. And I love it because you can shape it however you want. So I'm just shaping it really thin. Hold on, let me just. So let's try again. So you can shape it however you want. So I'm just shaping it. I'll use this tissue just so I don't get it wet with my clammy hands. So what I'm doing is I'm making this very thin thing so we can go over little areas like this and then create the highlights that way. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of the darker stuff. So this is, I don't know which one is softer, so I think that's the medium. This might be the same as that one. So we're going to, this one's a little bit harder to handle because of the shape, but this adds a lot more darkness to it. So I'm just going pretty gentle. I'm not pushing too hard. I want this area to be a lot darker to accentuate that this is the underneath of the face. It's kind of the neck area, even though they don't have much of a neck. Okay. The fins are so thin, it's so hard with this. Okay. I don't think I'm going to go into too much of the feet right now, because it'll be very hard to control with this. So I might go with the ones I started with later. Oh, this is hard. I don't know, I won't go to the middle of the line there. Okay. Okay. I think we can blend some more now. David says, I don't know what you're trying to say there. Sounds confusing. Okay, so see, this one is a little bit different. It's more black. The other one was a little bit more brown. So you start noticing a little bit of a difference now. And it blends a lot more than the pencil ones. Like a lot more. You can tell the difference. Okay. I wish I had the blending pencil. Starting to think I may have done the penguin too small. I'm glad I didn't go even smaller than this. But should have gone bigger, and I had the space to go bigger. I think I'm more used to drawing smaller than I am used to drawing bigger. But this would have been a good piece to do bigger. Especially doing it live. I think bigger is better because you guys can see even better that way. So, just gonna erase a little bit here because it's gone a little darker than I intended. But there we go. And then blending it up. Perfect. Well, I'm liking how it's looking. Let's use this other one for the feet. And I'm going to do a bit of a shadow. We're going to use what we've learned from our book and add some shadow over here. Okay, let's blend that a bit. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. And then add a little bit more later. And now we can finish off. So we have, I guess this might be medium. So actually we haven't blended this part yet. Just super careful. Oh, he's looking so cute. Love him. Okay, let's add a little bit more into this line here. And this one, because I didn't before, but I think I should. Okay. Nice. Now I'm just gonna add, where is this? Is this the medium? This one. Okay, add some more. So this is yet another darker charcoal. You can really tell, right? Look at that. Even just adding that without the blending, honestly, I think I might have added a little too much, but maybe we just speed this up. Right? Oh, that's so beautiful. That's a very nice. And this is medium. This is new. This is not even the hard charcoal yet. Go lighter here. Okay, I'm gonna blend before I add any more, just because you can tell that's the big difference, so we don't want to go too crazy just yet. I like to go slow as I add more. Okay, let's blend. Let's go with these first. It's already kind of covering the highlights a little bit there. So I'll have to go back and let's blend. Nice. Love it. Look at that, so nice. The darker it gets, the areas that it needs to be darker, oh, the nicer it all looks. Because it makes the white areas look even better too. Makes them stand out so much more. And that's probably not as dark as it's gonna get. We're gonna do a couple layers more. Blend this up a bit. I don't want it to be too dark on the inside. So I'm gonna Erase a little. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna blend a little more, just because I don't want it to get too dark on the top. I want it to be dark at the bottom, but as we go up, we don't want it to blend too much. And the middle should be the whitest, so that it looks 3D. Add a little bit here. There you go, to give it a little bit of gray, because nothing is absolutely completely white. Gotta be able to have some shading in there to show where the sides are, and to show that the belly is round. Okay. I think we're reaching near the end of this. Thinking if maybe I should do something in the background, maybe like he's on ice. Let's see, we can do a little horizon line here so that that's more white. To the horizon, maybe some mountains in the back, icebergs. Maybe we can even like add some penguins in the background. We can, there's gonna be, the sun's gonna be over here. So, oh, you guys can't fully see, hold on. Okay, so we have the sun over here. Shining nice and bright. And then the mountains here. And so those can be more of a grayish, and that'll give it some contrast. Because that's technically all white. And then the ice and the snow has some texture. So we'll do like lines, maybe. Over here. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, so that way we can add some more stuff to it, but I think that we'll go a little bit with the soft here. We'll go with the soft. Mm. Here's the horizon line. Okay. So I'm going just a little bit to add to the shading. And then hopefully this will give the piece some more exciting and fun to look at. Okay, so I think we can blend that a little bit. I am going to go back to the penguin to make him darker. Reminder that we have not used the hard charcoal yet, but I just wanted to go into the background just to kind of get that contrast going as we add more stuff to it. I want to see what the penguin will look like with that contrast in the back. Because it is icebergs, we're not going to make them too dark, right? So it's snow. Lisa Gallery Art says, this is lovely. Thank you so much. I'm having a lot of fun. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now. We can add some more later. The top may be a little wider. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, now let's add a little bit of white. Can't see too much of it, but I do want to add some white. Nice. I'm gonna blend that with some tissue. Gonna make sure that it's completely white so it doesn't mess it up. You can't see too much of it, at least probably not far away. But it gives it some texture and a little bit of a different color. So it's not the same weight as the paper. Because the paper technically does have a little bit of yellow hue to it. Okay, so I think we can now add the darker charcoal, the hard. Okay, let's go for it. So we'll add more here underneath the face, at the top of the face. Down here. Maybe over here. And this, I want it to be a contrast between the penguin and the background, so definitely gonna make it much darker where I can. Giving it that background will make it stand out a lot more. The darker it gets. This is hard. There. And now we blend. Now we blend. Mm. So yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough time to add no Snoopy into this, so we'll do Snoopy next time. to do some highlights here. Going over, giving it some texture in the back. I'm gonna add some lines with this one because this one is the brown. Now I will give it a little bit of a different color. So that it does look a little different from the penguin. So, okay. Make some sharper lines so you can see. Okay. Make some of the lines a little sharper. Some of it has blended so much that you can't even see the lines. Just trying to make it a little bit more sharp. We're still going to do a little bit more blending at the end. We're not completely done yet, but we're getting there. Um, Monster WB says, "Wowzer, it lives." Indeed, it does. It's coming alive. Daniel says it does look quite realistic, so I agree with Monster WB. Thank you. We're getting there. I'm starting to get a little tired and hungry, so I think we're almost done. Okay. Oh no. Nice. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, that gives it this like really, really nice color. I like it. Just using tissue and putting it on the Q-tip to blend in that white a little better. That's super nice. Put it in here. That's so nice. I like it. So good. Okay, you guys, he is looking good. So, let's blend a little bit of the background and we start it. Honestly, with the penguin, like, I could just keep on going, and the more layers you add to it, the better it looks. But honestly, I am starving and I have to go to the washroom. So I think I'm just gonna finish it off here soon. I'll close it off for today. But I think we did good today, and I'm very excited to do some more charcoal drawings in the future. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Hold on, is there? Let me add it to a tissue. So I get some more color. So that when we take the tape off, it looks nicer. So I'm just adding this to the tissue. This is that brownish charcoal. Okay, start here. Nice. Okay. I'll go across it so that it makes some lines. To give it texture. Okay, I'll add some more. Maybe here too. Because it is ice, he's on snow, right? So we gotta give it as much texture as we can. And I think this does the job pretty well, actually. I like it. Wow. What do you think? And so we'll do the sky. We'll add some of this white. To the sky. To create some contrast. Make it look like maybe there's some clouds. Okay, I don't know if you can tell much on camera, but I like how that's turned out. And then let's add some white to the sun so it shows that it's nice and bright. Nice. Okay. Okay. And I think we're almost done. I'm just gonna do one last layer of the hard charcoal to give it that last little oomph. Okay. Just stepping away from the penguin a little bit here to see what it looks like. I feel like it could look a little better, actually. Daniel says, this turned out great. Thank you. Monster WB says you are probably not dead until Fat Penguin sings. And he also said, and the penguin is getting ready too. Thank you. Okay. Okay, just finishing the last few touches. Every time I think I'm finished, I'm not. I mean, technically, no drawing is ever fully finished if we're being honest with each other. You just have to decide to stop. Definitely will try to get some blending tools so I can have more control next time. It makes it so much harder to do it with Q-tips, for sure. Like, especially when it comes to details. Details are so hard with this. But despite the lack of tools, I think we did pretty great. Daniel says, I thought the drawing was finished. Yeah, so did I. But like I said, no drawing is ever fully finished. Just that I decide to finish here, and I am just about to. Okay. Okay. I keep saying okay. I keep saying okay, and I don't. I keep going back to it. Let's see what we like here. Okay, I say we are done. Okay, so now I'm going to take the tape off. Let's hope that it doesn't tear up the paper. Sometimes it has happened to me. Let's see. I'll take this off. Dirty gloves. Gotta wash that. Look at that. Look at all the mess. Okay. So before I take it off, oh, actually, I'll take it off now. Hold on. Okay. No tears. That's good. Perfect. Okay. No tears. Good so far. Okay. Well, the cardboard teared, but not the drawing. So, one last one. No tears. Wonderful. There we have it, you guys. Our finished piece. Hold on, let me put a glove on so I don't grab the inside of the paper. Have some here. Okay. Okay, so let me show you guys up close. Okay, hold on. Okay. Good. Hold on, let me. There we go. There. Just getting rid of some smudges. So you guys can see the white that I added to it. It's hard to tell on camera. Background has some white in it. Got the shadow. Forgot to blend it a little bit more here. Okay. There. So I'll show you guys, hold on, I'll turn the camera around here. Okay, and then I'll show you guys some of my past drawings. So this is our final result. Oh, is it me or does he kind of look like he's walking? From the angle he does a little bit. Very happy. So yeah, so this is like doing a live stream and with having like a bit of an awkward angle because I have to have the camera filming. So it's a little harder and some of my charcoal stuff was broken. So, and I didn't have my blending tools. So I think it turned out pretty good despite all that, but I'll show you guys some of my past drawings before we close this off. I liked how he turned out though. Not my favorite from what I've done, but like I said, I feel like it's, despite like having to draw around the awkward angle and not having my blending tools, having broken broken tools, I think it turned out pretty great despite all that. So my brother sent an emoji. That's cute. Thank you, broski, for watching. So this is the last one I had done, which was in February a couple years ago. It was my toad. I think that looked really nice. Definitely think this one turned out better. But like I said, I think there's a lot of things I had to kind of work around while doing a live stream. Everything is a little bit harder. But I'm always happy with my charcoal drawings. I think, like I said, it's one of my favorite mediums to work with. This is probably my favorite, and it was actually my very first piece that I ever did. This is the Minions. There's a video on my channel doing that. It wasn't a live stream, but I did film the process. And this was in June 2022. So 2022 was when I first gave charcoal a try. And this turned out pretty cool. I really like this piece. And then I have this other one here that it's not my best. I was doing it from a poster of a movie. Jurassic World. It's alright. I'm not super good at faces and people, so there's that. And then what else do we have on here? Oh, we have the one I showed at the beginning with the border. I won't show that one again. Oh, I like this one. This one was a good one too. One sec. Stuck. Okay. Having trouble getting it unstuck from the back. But this was Thor. This one I really liked. And it was really fun to do. I really like that one. I think Thor looks pretty cool. So there's that one. Let's see. That one I can't show on YouTube. It's not family friendly. And then this one was just it's not the best, but I like how dark it is. And then, yeah, that's about it when it comes to charcoal. I have another one, like I said, I can't show on here. And I have this, I'll just show it. It's not charcoal, it's a pencil. Pencil crayon one, but it's here. It's just another Thor one, but I wanted to try to do a two-colored drawing. So I used blue and red. And I liked it. Not bad. But yeah, so that's about it. And so yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying this time with me. Next time maybe I'll do Snoopy, since we didn't have enough time for that. And then for next week, we're going to be going back to doing the live streams on Wednesday at 2 p.m. PT Pacific time. And we're gonna go back to the drawing book that we've been doing the past couple of weeks. We're gonna be doing lesson 4 and 5 probably, so we'll probably do 2 lessons because I think they're the quickest. They're the quick type ones, So yeah, so we'll do 2 lessons from the drawing book next week, and then the following week after that, maybe we'll do lesson 6, and then after take a break. But I'm not sure yet if I'll do like 2 weeks of the book and then a week of something else. I don't know. We'll see. I'm also considering that maybe next time that I take a break from the drawing book, maybe instead of doing charcoal, maybe we'll finish a painting I started a while ago. May as well take advantage of the live streams. I don't know, maybe we'll do that, maybe we'll try something else, maybe we'll go back to charcoal. Maybe you guys enjoyed the charcoal one. Let me know. You can let me know on Patreon or Instagram. And then yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on anything else that's coming up. On April 12th, I am going to be doing my next kitchen live stream with my mom. We're going to be doing dessert. I know what dessert we're doing, but I won't tell you yet. I will let you guys know soon. I'll probably post it in Patreon first, and then we will reveal it as the date comes closer. And then you guys can, yeah, we'll hang out with my mom, and I think my brother is actually going to be in this live stream, the next one, the kitchen one. So it's gonna be doing a dessert with my mom and my brother, and so I think that'll be fun. And then final date is April 26th. I am going to be hosting the monthly event that I host on Zoom. So it's not going to be a live stream, but it will be live, and it's going to be on Zoom. I do send the link on emails. You can email me or register with the form in the description below. Or you can send me a message on my Instagram, Reflect and Create, at Glorica Cortez. You can send me a message there or just join the broadcast channel. I do post the Zoom link there if you want to join and hang out with us. We're going to be doing some art together. We're going to be doing some writing. We'll do some meditation, some body movement, and we'll get to chat and just hang out with each other, share. If you're shy and you don't want to share anything, you don't have to. You can keep your cameras off. You can keep your audio off. You can just watch. If that's what you want to do, you can just watch while we all hang out. And yeah, that happens every single month, and it's free. Anybody can join. And the next one, it's April 26th, and we will be doing one of those in person in July, but that's in BC, Vancouver, BC. So if you are in Vancouver, BC, you're welcome to join us, also free. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Either way, I always send more updates, and all of that stuff is going to be sent out in the email. If you're not in our email list, you can register. You can send me an email directly, and I'll add you to the list if you want to. Or you can sign the form that's below if you want to. But yeah, I send out updates and information of what's coming up and all of that stuff in the email or on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this and joining me. And yeah, I guess we'll hang out next Wednesday at 2 p.m. PDT. Hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great day. Bye bye.